Howdy, shipmates. Welcome to another one. Yeah, I know. Within a week of the last one. Who saw that coming, right? So, on the off chance that you have not caught the news, or you're one of the half dozen who relies on me for your news, I'm so sorry. Um, there have been a couple of big announcements over the past week. The biggest, of course, is the fact that pre-orders for Star Trek Adventures Second Edition are open. You can pre-order it right this very moment. Links for that are going to be down in the description. Uh, so I thought we'd get that out of the way first. So as we go to the landing page for STA, which if you haven't been here, it's a really pretty site, but you click on this here, pre-order now button. I've got to tell you, the art that they have been using and showing us for this new edition, oh my gosh, it is something else. The standard edition of the 2E core rulebook, 376 pages, full color, just what comparable in size. I think it's maybe a tiny bit larger in page count than the first edition Starfleet Core, slightly smaller in page count than the first edition Klingon Core. But they've got this, primer. I imagine a lot of this is going to be similar, though not identical, to some of the material that they've already got in like Captain's Log or the GM Guide, the Player's Guide, to help bring new players, especially players new to Star Trek, up to speed. We're going to have 14 player characters, species in the core book. I've been trying to get a list together, but they don't give us anything new here, which is, kind of cheap, you ask me. Can't sneak us anything, really. There's also going to be 15 Starship space frames, and I have no idea how many mission profiles are actually going to be included in the core book. But all the stuff that you expect from a core book: how to generate characters, how to make your starships, what is Star Trek, how do you play role-playing games, all the stuff that you normally get in a core rule book is what you're going to get here. I will provide the links to both the UK and the US stores. In the description. They've also got the GM screen / game toolkit, 4-panel US letter, map, reference sheets, 40-page booklet with a lot of material to expand things even further than the much wider scope of the game itself. 17 more space frames and 5 new Starship mission profiles and 5 new ship talents. And last but not least, the beautiful and costly. I'm not going to lie to you. They're not cheap. But we've got the limited editions, exact same interior content. The only difference between these and the standard version are the covers, but they are the same faux leather material that they use on most of their other limited edition books and on the GM guide and the player's guide. Only they're in Sciences Blue, Ops Red, and Command Gold. I have been informed that the PDF for all of this, for both the core book and for the GM kit, they are not ready yet. You will get the PDF copy when the PDF is actually ready for release, because Modifius gives you the PDF for any hard copy that you buy. The target release date is still Gen Con. That means there are factors that are beyond Modifius's control. So, I mean, that's what they're shooting for. Whether they hit that or not, it's out of their hands now. But the PDF will be available to pre-orders much sooner than it will be available as a standalone PDF release. If I may quote Jim Johnson, the project manager, soon. And that's as much information as anybody has as to when the PDF. Well, anybody who's not in the direct production cycle, that is to say, the layout guys, the higher ups at Modifius, and Jim. But soon. Let's see. I was about to say something else. It'll come back to me. Or it won't. So we're just gonna go on. But first, I'm going to lubricate myself. Better. So that's the big news. That's the biggest news. As you might understand, I'm recording this on Thursday, 2nd of May. They made this announcement yesterday, Wednesday, the 1st of May. There was considerable chaos in the social media channels, as I'm sure you will understand. So a lot of people, at least at first, missed that there were not one, but two developer blogs put out yesterday. And I'm just going to take them in the order that I found them. The first one is addressing a lot of questions about which a lot of people have been asking. That sentence made no sense. A lot of people have been curious about first edition compatibility. So Nathan Dowdell, the system developer, was kind enough to make a few notes and let us know. This is not the be all end all. I'm not going to cover everything in this. The links for the blogs will be down in the description. Core mechanics haven't really changed much. It's all 2D20. It's all D20s. And excuse me. Challenge dice are gone. We've already addressed this. I'm pretty sure the sky has still not fallen. There have been some changes to extended tasks with extended consequences added to the core rule set. We'll see how that goes. I know that extended tasks are not everybody's favorite thing. So hopefully this will help improve the mechanics on that. Tweaks to characters. Everybody's profession is added to their trait line. So now their trait list is going to include their species and their profession. Starfleet officer, pirate, merchant, what have you. We discussed the species abilities the other day when we looked at the quick start. And there's some more detail on it here. Pastimes we discussed. Weapons we talked, stress, how NPCs work. We kind of discussed that. Here's the thing that I was very interested in: ships, because I like my ships. There aren't a whole lot of difference to how space frames are presented. They've got they all kind of use the it's been a long day. They are all built with some slight tweaks, which I hope they outline, but they're all built from Utopia Planitia. I'm hoping that the aforementioned tweaks are included in the core book so that we're not left completely in the dark. The mission profiles have changed a little bit. They do the same thing they have done. They offer a +1 modifier to one ship of your, I'm assuming, of you and your player's discretion to further customize the ship to your group's tastes. I'm really liking I'm really liking what I'm seeing about this. They've made some changes to Starship talents and special rules. We touched on that in the last video. We've touched on the changes to the ship stat block, the weapon stat lines. We talked a little bit about the lack of a power rating setting. This explains it a little further. Before the quick start came out, I was a little leery of the degree of compatibility. This is better than pre-quick start me anticipated. Post quick start, it's along the same. It's pretty good. I'm fairly happy with how these came out. Because it's just about as compatible as I need it to be. I love this piece of art. I love just hanging in a workshop with batleths and disruptors and stuff hanging on the wall. That's a monster. My gosh. Anyway, since we are kind of closed off on starships in terms of compatibility, that segues nicely to the fact that the second blog entry that was provided yesterday is all about starships. How to use them when you're not in combat. Changes and refinements to combat. Less resource tracking. As I mentioned on the Facebook group for Star Trek Adventures, as I approach my 60th year, I am becoming less and less enamored of keeping track of every little thing. So less resource tracking works well for me. They've done a lot of things with power until I get a better handle on it. I'm going to say that, your ops manager type player characters, your chief engineers, they're going to have some interesting things to do. But until I actually see some of the rules, this just tells me that there are changes to power and there are neat ways to do things with it. I mean, I do like some of what they're discussing here. Anything to like I say, to make using your ship the way it should be used as a character is a good thing by me. So anyway, that is really all the news I've got. That is, in my opinion, kind of big news. We'll keep on top of things as much as we can. I'm going to include a link to the Facebook group that I mentioned, that I'm a part of, on about Star Trek Adventures. We got a fairly healthy little community going there. I will also, as I said before, include the links for pre-ordering the books from both the US and the UK stores. And as I try always to do, I will include the links to the blog post. In the meantime, guys, I appreciate you stopping by again. Thank you. We're almost at 315. I mean, since last week, I put on 10 or 11 new subscribers. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a very great deal. But with that all being said, I am going to get off this thing for tonight. Thank you guys for coming in. Live long and prosper. And we will catch you on the next one.